What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this. Goodz and his father. Calico said, yeah, while Good be sitting there capping and doing all that, he got a white father. Good didn't like that. You didn't want us to know the origin behind that good hair. We knew something was in you, brother, because the damn show don't knot up like our hair. So he wasn't fooling us. But no. But Goodz, I guess he been really bothered by that because he put up some pictures of when he was a baby with a real black Bernie Mac man. That didn't look right. I just want you to know that, Goodz. That didn't look right. Because as a baby, you real white. And that didn't help your case at all. that didn't help your case at all. You real white. And you got Bernie Mac and them holding you talking about this my father. I didn't see the resemblance at all. The only thing y'all had in common was y'all was both human. That's the only thing I saw that y'all had in common. Y'all was human. That's it. I'm like, hell, I could have been holding you in that damn picture. Show the picture with me holding you. Show the picture with me holding you up like roots. Yeah. Was I your father? Nah, but I don't know, man. I'm just joking. I just want to say something about that, though. I personally wouldn't care. If I had a white father, Italian father, Greek father, I wouldn't care. I ain't denying my father or my mama for nothing. I don't care how bad they are. They could be the worst whore, the worst crackheads in the world. That's still my mama. That's still my father. I'm not gonna deny them to the world. I don't care how the world look at it. You can't put a price on life. The Bible say, honor your father and mother. Honor your father and mother. Honor them. No matter what they did, honor them. You can't put a price on life. You can't. If your father was never with your mama, you not even here. If your mama wasn't with your father, you not even here. Because your father couldn't have made you with another woman, and your mother couldn't have made you with another man. You are the makeup of your mother and father and them two alone. So I wouldn't deny my father and mama for nobody. I don't care. My father never did nothing for me. You know, I like people be like, I ain't got no father. My father ain't never did nothing to me. Or my mama was my father. No, your mama was your mama. Your father is your father. He didn't have to do nothing for you. You're grown now. Do things for yourself. And maybe him being out of your life may have taught you how to be a better father to the children you got now to not be out of their life. You can't put a price on life. Simple as that. You can't make excuses for failures. I'm glad my father wasn't really in my life because it did teach me how to be a better father. It taught me how to be a stronger man too. And if it wasn't for him not being in my life, I wouldn't have the children I have now. They came as a result of him not being in my life. If he was in my life, I wouldn't have had to live the life I live. That was the result of my children. If he was always in my life, I would have had to go, I would have went a different direction in life. So y'all don't think about that stuff. So many people just think about right now, right now. No, and you don't know a person's life and background. I remember when when my father was coming around. Like he'd come around every now and then. And I remember when I got older, I went to go visit him, and he was at his mama's house. And I was noticing how he always called his mama by her first name. He'd be like, Doris, Doris. I wonder, like, why you call his mama by her first name? Then I remember one day me and him were talking, and I had asked him, like, how old was he when he first started running the streets? And he was telling me, like, he was running the streets on his own ever since he was 14, 15. But it was crazy because his mama, which is my grandmama Doris, she was very, very mean, very disrespectful. She cursed out everybody and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was saying to myself, like, dang, he was raised with her. So I know he grown right now and she disrespectful like that, but I wonder how it was when he was a child. And that's when God began to deal with me, like, you see? Sometimes your father and them want to love, but don't know how to love. When they've been raised around people who didn't know how to love. And ain't that the same thing you did? You said you love your children, but you still went to prison. You said you loved them, but you still cheated on their mama. You said you loved them, but you still lied to them to get away to do some of the things you wanted to do. So the same thing you accusing and blaming your father for, you guilty. I never looked at it that way. I never saw it that way. And I remember I wrote my father a letter, and I apologized to him about that. I had went to prison, and I wrote my father a letter when God showed me that. And I said, first of all, I just want to tell you that I love you and I forgive you. And as your son, I hope you also forgive me. I said in the letter, basically how I don't care about him not being in my life all the times he wasn't. What matters is right now. I want a life with you now. I don't care that you wasn't there in the past. We can never get the past back, but we have the future. So I want to build something with you now. And I told him I love him and everything. And he couldn't even really hardly write that well. He wrote me back. And then I remember they called me for a visit. I said, Mr. Baker, you got a visit. I wasn't getting visits. I got on my stuff and I go to the visit. And it was my father. Remember, it's 16 of us. My father has 16 kids. It's 16 of us. And I'm like the middle child. I go to my father on a visit. He had tears in his eyes, telling me how he read my letter. And he told me, you know, son, I had said to myself that I will never go to jail if any of my children ever go to prison. I never go visit them in prison. And yet here I am, here visiting you. That's what he told me. And he was moved by my letter because I had gave him peace. Because God was showing me there was a lot of things your father wanted to do but didn't know how to do. And you never know if you never open up to want to know. I'm saying this all to say this to you, Goodz. It don't matter if your father white. That's your father. He gave you life. And if it wasn't for your father, no matter what color he is, you wouldn't have your daughter right now who you love so much. Who you love so much. Him being with your mama brought you into this world. And as a result of that, you being with the woman who made your daughter, if your father was never with your mama, that would have never happened. So don't ever deprive your daddy for nobody. Who cares what the world think? I don't care if my daddy was whiter than rice, whiter than grits. That's my daddy. I'ma honor him and I'ma love him. He ain't got to be there for me. He ain't got to be there for me. Okay. You still can't put a price on life. I live because of him. I breathe because of him. So no matter what he did, I could never pay him back for the gift of life. And because of that, I have my children that I love. So don't never deny your father for nobody. Don't deprive your daddy for nobody. Don't worry about people in the comments saying your daddy white and all this. Okay, and who cares? You're a great man because of the things you do to make you great. And whomever God chose to be your parent, glory to God. You make the best of all them moments. All of them. And don't worry about what you ain't gotten. Don't worry about what somebody didn't do. Because as a man, nobody can stop you from doing what you want to do. And nobody could take anything from you that you want to have. With that being said, it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment. That's a question. It's yours. I hear a lot of y'all saying them things. Honor your father and your mama. And that's without any other say.